We already have at least one full-blown QAnon Republican who has won her primary in Georgia, who is going to go to Congress. I mean, there's a chance she could lose her general election, but highly unlikely. And that's what's her last name? Green, I think it is. I can't remember exactly.
Marjorie Taylor Green.
Yeah, all these
Please
QAnon supporters
respect
have
her
3
enough
names.
to get her name right.
Sorry about that. There's a new one, Rae Perkins. I don't know which seat. Oh, she's the GOP's Senate nominee in Oregon. This is their Senate nominee. And she's been reading Marx. That must be encouraging, Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
But wait.
Horseshoe theory.
But wait for it.
They need to start breaking the bond that we have with each other. And they can do that by making us wear a mask, by telling us to stay at least 6 feet away from another human being, because we don't want to get too close because they could be bad for us. See, this is all about desocialization. Love and hate are not tangible. So if we continue to social distance, desocialize, mask shame people, we lose our caring for our fellow human being and we'll become zombies. That's what'll happen. And it's very insidious. They're not going to be open and obvious what they're going to do. They're not going to come out and tell people this. And I know that there's people that are going to call me crazy. They're going to call me a conspiracy theorist. This is my point of view. This is what I'm seeing happening. And I'm saying these based on what I have read on some of the Marxist theories.
Now, Jamie, would you please explain to us the Marxist theory that if we can get everybody to wear masks during a pandemic, that we will zombify everybody and you will be desocialized?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always complaining that nobody reads theory anymore. So it's actually really nice to see some critical engagement, even from somebody who I share very little in common with as, our ideology goes. But I believe it's in the 18th Brumaire that Marx said communism is all about dissolving social bonds, which capitalism has, of course, created, and Marxism seeks to, get rid of because that shit's bad. I think it was also maybe in the manifesto where he said communism is when you wear a mask during a pandemic, and the more masks you wear, the communister it is.
I'm just so fascinated by it is almost like the way that these QAnon people assemble their theories. It's like literally like putting a 5-year-old or 4-year-old in the seat at a grocery, with a grocery cart, and they sit on the front cart and just sort of like pushing them down the aisle, and they just keep grabbing anything from the shelf and putting it in the basket and saying, that's dinner. And it's just a sort of like, wait, what? Marshmallows and chicken and wait, what? And mayonnaise? Like what? That's not, but no, that's dinner. And there's no, I mean, it's not like they're handing out the masks, right? That would be a little bit more. Why wouldn't they hand out but a lot of people making a lot of money on PPE is my point. To the desocialization. But that is your senatorial candidate for the Republicans. That's wow.
You want to talk about cultural Marxism? Just to have a reading of Marx that's entirely mapped onto whatever weird cultural point you're trying to make. That's the real cultural Marxism, folks.
I honestly feel like the Democrats really should be in a better position to highlight some of these nominees. Like, I mean, if I was Chuck Schumer, I would say, I got to be honest with you, I'm really worried about the Oregon race, because they've got a very strong candidate there, like, about as Republican as they can get. Like, I mean, they really should be platforming these people.
Yeah, it's possible they're still in a bit of denial over it. I don't know.
I think it's just really impressive.